Today, we are diving deep, I mean really deep, into one single, incredibly complex track. We're going to peel back all the layers of Ghostemane's As Above, So Look Out Below to find the surprisingly intricate structure that's hiding inside all that chaos.
And you know, the entire key to this song is right there in the title. It sounds familiar, right? Like something you've heard before, but he's twisted it into something new, something really unsettling. It's a puzzle right from the start.
Okay, so let's break this down. The original saying, as above, so below, is this ancient Hermetic idea that the heavens and the earth are a perfect reflection of each other. It's all about harmony. Well, Ghostemane just shatters that. By swapping so below with so look out below, he's saying something completely different. He's saying, hey, if the world above is chaotic and empty, then down here on earth, it's not a reflection, it's a war zone. You better watch your back. And honestly, that one little twist is the key that unlocks the entire song.
So let's get into it. Decoding the chaos. The big question is, how does a song that sounds so aggressive and, well, chaotic also manage to be such a dense piece of philosophy, psychology, and even theology?
That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to deconstruct it piece by piece to show how all that noise is actually a profound statement about being human, about pain, and about trying to make sense of it all.
All right, first up, a world without gods. We're going to see how this track builds an entire world that's defined by a massive spiritual void, basically a total rejection of any kind of higher power.
And he doesn't ease into it. The song kicks off with this incredibly aggressive rejection of traditional faith. This isn't just some throwaway line, it's a declaration. It's him picking a side.
And you got to see this line on two different levels. First, theologically, it's a direct shot. It's from the Book of Apocalypse, a symbol of eternal damnation. But then there's the sociological angle. It's an act of pure defiance. He's taking this symbol of ultimate stigma and wearing it like a badge of honor, creating this identity as a total outsider.
But he doesn't just stop with one religion. Oh no. In this next line, he stages what you could almost call mythological anarchy. He's literally making ancient gods from completely different cultures fight it out in his head.
And look at the matchup. It's so deliberate. You've got Osiris, the Egyptian god of order and rebirth, fighting Poseidon, the Greek god of chaos and destruction. But see, the point isn't about who wins. The point is to show that they're both totally irrelevant to him. He makes them cancel each other out just to prove that none of it offers him any real answers.
And where does that leave him? Well, he tells us, flat out, I still won't have a god to confide in. After tearing down system after system, all that's left is a complete and total void. It's pure philosophical nihilism. There's no comfort, no meaning, nothing. Okay, so once that external spiritual void is established, the song does a hard pivot and turns inward. It starts mapping out a really fractured internal world. So part 2, inside a fractured mind. And right away, we're talking about psychoactive substances, Shrooms, psilocybin, and Lucy, which is a common nickname for LSD. But the really important part here isn't what he's taking, it's the words he uses to describe why. Because this isn't about partying, not at all. The language is the key. Vacation, escaping. He's not talking about some journey for spiritual enlightenment. This is self-medication, plain and simple. It's a desperate attempt to just escape, to get a break from what he calls his daily misfortunes and this overwhelming pain he's feeling inside.
And that pain, well, that brings us to maybe one of the most powerful and revealing lines in the entire song, where he connects his own physical suffering to a modern icon of artistic anguish. Now, if you look at this through a psychological lens, what he's describing is something very specific. It's known as non-suicidal self-injury, or NSSI. It's a strange, paradoxical behavior where physical pain can actually provide a moment of relief from deep emotional pain, or just make you feel something when you're totally numb.
And invoking Kurt Cobain, that is absolutely not an accident. He's deliberately aligning himself with this modern archetype, the tortured artist. The one who channels incredible pain into their art but walks this dangerous line, linking their creativity directly to their own self-destruction.
Okay, so this internal struggle then builds to what I think is the song's most modern conflict, this paradox, a race between success and oblivion. So first he lays it out, the upward climb, going up, going up. That's slang for a major positive transformation, right? More success, more confidence, a better public image, everything's heading in the right direction. But then, in the very next breath, bam! He hits you with the exact opposite. He frames his own success and his own self-destruction as two things that are literally in a race to the finish line.
It's a shocking paradox, isn't it? I mean, how can those two things possibly be in a race? $1 million is supposed to be the ultimate prize in our society, the symbol that you've made it. But here, it's just a milestone he might not even live to see. So what in the world is going on? Well, sociology actually gives us a really powerful way to think about this. You could call it fear of success or imposter syndrome, sure, but it could also be something the sociologist Emil Durkheim called anomie. It's the state where you achieve a huge goal society told you to want, like getting rich, only to realize it's totally hollow. It doesn't give you any real meaning, and you're left feeling even more empty than when you started.
So where does this all leave us? Let's try and pull all these threads together. The spiritual void, the fractured mind, and this race to oblivion. Let's talk about art, pain, and consciousness.
Because here's the real takeaway. This song, for all its aggression, is not random chaos. Not even close. It's an incredibly coherent, highly structured statement. It's like he's using the language of mythology, philosophy, and even psychology to build a container, to give some kind of form to this raw, formless pain.
And that all builds to this final, absolutely crucial line. This isn't just a lyric. It's the song's entire thesis statement. It's about survival. It's not about choosing life in some grand, happy way. No, it's about choosing to stay conscious. It's the decision in the face of that giant, meaningless void to just postpone the end for one more day.
Which leaves us with a pretty heavy question to think about. This song is such a meticulously crafted document of suffering. But when an artist can describe their own pain with that much precision, where does the art end and the actual person begin?